April 12, 2026. Cyrus Vance departs Islamabad. As his aircraft lifts off the ground, diplomacy dies in that very moment. The window for negotiations has slammed shut. At that exact second, a laconic signal flashes across encrypted communication channels. The die is cast. The peace agenda is wiped from the monitors, giving way to tactical maps as the full-scale military operation enters its irreversible phase. The sirens across the base have ceased to be a warning. They are now a constant pulse. Inside the barracks, there is organized chaos. 1,000 Marines. This is not just a figure in a Pentagon report. It is 1,000 individual lives merging into a single, lethal organism. The air is thick with the scent of gun oil and adrenaline. Only the mechanical sounds of war fill the room. The metallic click of safety catches, the rhythmic cycling of bolts, and the rasp of Velcro on tactical vests. Every Marine inspects his weapon as if his own heartbeat depends on its precision. Packs are cinched tight, stuffed with extra magazines, night vision optics, and the heavy weight of silent expectations. Officers issue orders in short, clipped phrases. There is no room for doubt here. Diplomacy has been replaced by a mission that does not plan for a retreat. Unit by unit, they emerge into the pre-dawn air. The base tarmac shudders under the heat of idling engines. Standing like gray steel monoliths, the C-17 Globemaster III's wait. Their massive rear ramps are lowered, flooding the asphalt with a haunting, tactical red light. 1,000 men march toward these yawning steel mouths. The synchronized strike of heavy boots on concrete sounds like a funeral march for peace. Step by step, the Marines vanish into the bellies of the giants. Inside, it is a world of cramped jump seats and cold, industrial metal. As the final squad boards, the hydraulic ramps groan shut, severing the soldiers from the world they knew. The heavy transporters begin their taxi. The whine of the turbines escalates into an earth-shaking roar, and one by one, these fortresses of the sky lift off, carrying the elite of the infantry into the unknown. Simultaneously, a different kind of power awakens in the open ocean. The carrier strike group shifts its vector. Escort destroyers fan out into a combat formation, slicing through the swells as they steam toward the Strait of Hormuz. This global choke point is about to become the epicenter of the storm. On the flight deck, a symphony of steel. Technicians in colored jerseys perform final high-pressure checks. From the hangar base, massive elevators bring the F-35 Lightning IIs to the surface. Their predatory silhouettes are nearly invisible in the morning mist. The first launch. The crack of the steam catapult sounds like a thunderclap. The F-35 is hurled off the deck, its landing gear retracting instantly as it pierces the horizon. Then the second, the third, the fourth. They head toward Iran in radio silence, turning into invisible ghosts on the enemy's radar. While the infantry in the C-17 is still crossing the vast distance, these stealth hunters are already preparing the ground, entering target airspace. The operation is no longer a plan on paper. It is screaming metal, destined for its mark. The carrier strike group no longer hides its presence. The massive aircraft carrier, flanked by Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, moves at flank speed. The wake behind them churns into a violent white sheet of foam. The destroyers slice through the swells, their radar arrays spinning at maximum velocity, scanning every inch of space, underwater, on the surface, and in the air. The Strait of Hormuz is closing in. This is the geopolitical throat of the world. The destroyers prepare their vertical launching systems. The hatch covers are primed, waiting for the command. Inside the ship's combat information centers, blue-lit monitors and a suffocating silence. Every enemy vessel within a 100-mile radius is locked in a digital crosshair. The fleet moves in a tight formation, creating an impenetrable shield for the carrier as it prepares to unleash its ultimate power. High above the clouds, in total darkness and absolute radio silence, shadows glide. The B-2 Spirit, the most expensive and lethal birds in human history. Their black fuselages absorb not just radio waves, but seemingly light itself. Having launched from bases thousands of miles away, they are now on the final stretch. Inside the B-2 cockpit, silence, broken only by the faint chirp of electronics. Pilots input the last adjustments to their flight plans. The targets? Deep-seated bunkers, communication hubs, and missile launch sites. Nearby, shielding their older brothers, fly the F-35s. These fifth-generation fighters act as forward sensors, feeding data directly to the bombers. They aren't just flying, they are hacking Iranian airspace, remaining invisible to its air defenses. Iran is on the horizon. On thermal imagers and radar screens, the coastline is clearly defined. The F-35 group splits up, taking positions to suppress enemy radar. Simultaneously, the B-2s open their bomb bay doors. This is the decisive moment. The entire world holds its breath. Diplomats in Washington and Tehran stare at empty screens, knowing that in a few minutes, the map of the region will change forever. This is not just a raid. It is the surgical removal of the enemy's entire military infrastructure. The final, decisive blow is prepared. Commanders on the carrier and pilots in the sky await only one word.